Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Rakatah Yahweh, Rakatah Yahweh Shai. I'd like to give double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone that teaches the truth, 100% truth. Let's do it early morning in transit. Basically talking about being in this truth, as always, main topic. And when you're in this truth, you're not a part of this world, man. It's like you're alien to this world. And people do not know how to read your energy because you're not on the same wavelength that they are. As Yahweh Shai said, you are from below and I am from above. And we are disciples of Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai, man. So, Shalom, let's stand, seatbelt. And I say all that to say this, what inspired me to do this lesson this morning. I went to Hardee's and grabbed something real quick this morning. And just the little Edomite that was working at the window, you could just tell, when I placed my order and went to pay for my order, I had corrected on some things, not being rude or anything, but you can just feel the energy, and that's just her, but anytime you're dealing with 5 people too, especially our women, when you go to stores or anytime you have to deal with Akeisha, you already know the energy, how it's going to be towards a black man anyhow. Especially when you're in this truth, it just sends out a certain type of energy that is going to agitate these other spirits out here, and even amongst family, man, even amongst family. And if we didn't have this truth to comfort us, to give us this understanding of why people act and do the way they do, man, we'd be done flip the fuck out, Most Jakes would be done lost it, But this truth comforts us because we know why the world reacts to us the way they do. We're not made to fit into this world. And that's a blessing, A lot of people may look at it or think of it as being a curse, but it's a blessing, man, to not be able to fit into this wicked ass world. We're that piece of the puzzle that just don't fit. Now, I always felt that way. I played sports, I was pretty decent in sports coming up. And outside of sports, just as far as dealing with other people, like going to the mall, hanging out with friends, shit like that shit always felt off to me, man. I didn't feel a good vibe in that. It never felt good, in family functions and shit, when they celebrated these wicked ass holidays, man. Don't get me wrong, other than the fact of receiving a few gifts that you got during those times, man. It was always a somber moment for me during these holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, any of these holidays, man, especially Easter. Oh, man. But, yeah, we're not part of this world, man. And therefore, the world is going to be against us. If you're on your job, you go to work, man, you're just not going to fit in with your cohorts at work. You're going to be that piece that's going to stand out, that's going to look differently, that's just not going to mold in with everybody else, man. You move differently. But one thing I can say about, if you are the elect, man, when you would go to those job positions, they seem to want to excel you and put you in higher positions because you carry yourself differently. And I know every job that I had or every sport that I played or position that I was in, people always wanted me to advance up the job or wherever I was working at. They always wanted, that give you that promotion to move you up. But most time, I chose not to because, just didn't fit in. You know, that's just not your thing. You know, I just mostly wanted to go to work, make my money, and be out. You know, and don't get me wrong. Sometimes I did socialize with people, but it was still all vibe because we're not part, man. We're totally separate from the rest of this world. And as the Lord said, man, He chose you all the way from the beginning. This just wasn't nothing that you just chose to come into. The Lord had already ordained you for this position from the beginning. And whether you just came into this truth yesterday, you didn't pick this, and the Lord chose you for this. And my personal thing, you know, when I coming up, you know, raised in a type of Baptist type church, you know that you noticed, you know, you didn't fit in with that, you know, and then, you know, later on taking up, you know, studying going into Islam, and you know, that was a dead end because all these other religions, man, they don't have that Holy Spirit. They don't comfort you. There's no truth in it, man. It's dead end in all these other religions. But when you come into this thing of ours, man, it's revolving. It's always constantly moving. It's that living water, man. Because after all this is said and done, it's going to continue on. And these prophecies constantly, you know, every day, man, these prophecies are constantly, you know, jumping off, man. They popping off. So it's like in the newspaper every day, man, it's something always different. And that's how it is in this truth, man, in this doctrine of ours. Of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. I just want to kind of hit that, man, just kind of hit that point. But this is not our world, man, so we don't even try to fit in. We don't try to even, blend into this world, because if you do, that may be your stumbling block. The Lord chose you to be different from this place from the beginning. With that, say shalom.